In the past decade, doorbell security cameras have become a crucial element of home security. For many, these innovations represent life-saving technologies. They have prevented home invasions, attempted homicides, burglaries, wildlife-related risks, and any other violent situation that may occur inside or near a residence. However, some footage captured by Ring cameras and similar devices proves to be unhelpful. At times, it's inexplicable, and other times, it's terrifying, raising more questions than answers. Thus, from mysterious shadows to armed intruders and unexplained phenomena, these snippets challenge our perceptions, leaving us questioning what lies beyond our doorstep. Let's explore 5 disturbing doorbell videos. Get ready and enjoy the experience. Apartment Stalker. On November 30th, 2021, a resident of Dallas, Texas, shared on Twitter footage recorded by her doorbell camera. The recordings revealed a suspicious individual lurking outside her apartment on numerous occasions over a month-long period. Despite her efforts to involve law enforcement, the police were unable to significantly disrupt the nightly occurrences. Take a look. The footage circulated widely, depicting the man's unsettling stillness near the woman's residence, hinting at potential violent intentions. It felt like he was waiting for the right moment to confront her in person. His presence and behavior aroused significant concerns, but it was only when he began emitting strange noises that the footage became even more chilling. The man's motives remain obscure, prompting speculation about potential risks had the woman left the scene. The release of the distressing video prompted a surge of online support for her safety, with at least 100 concerned viewers reaching out to the uploader to check on her well-being. Subsequent updates indicated that she was receiving support from family and friends, along with reinforcing security measures at the apartment complex. Despite appeals for her to remain vigilant, the man's subsequent activities remained undisclosed, leaving his identity and the outcome of the case unresolved. What would you do if you were in her position? Home invasion scare. A family from Kent, Washington, recently faced a terrifying incident when a man attempted to forcibly enter their residence while carrying a firearm. The frightening event took place in Kent's East Hill neighborhood, near Southeast 240th Street. Take a look. The couple, returning from the Riverside Casino, suspected they were being followed home. Their son, Jimmy, woke up to the sound of the struggle and ran to witness his parents resisting the intruder. Initially, the mother struggled to keep the door shut against the aggressor's violent intrusion, as recorded by the doorbell camera. In the footage, Jimmy's father entered the house first, followed by the mother a few steps behind. Suddenly, she stopped, realizing she wasn't alone. Acting swiftly, she ran towards the door, closely pursued by the armed and masked intruder. Despite her efforts to close the door, she only managed to partially shut it, with the suspect's hand and foot obstructing it. Jimmy's father intervened, closing the door completely, while the camera captured the gun wielded by the intruder, notably equipped with an extended magazine. The Kent Police Department now possesses the footage, which also captures a second individual approaching the scene as the suspect struck the camera with the gun. They were wearing a white shirt just before the footage was cut. Following the incident, Jimmy's family and their neighbors remained vigilant, with heightened awareness of their surroundings and security measures. Reflecting on the potential consequences, Jimmy questioned what might have happened if his mother hadn't been so alert. The police continue to search for the suspects, on the run or on the hunt. In April 2023, a resident in the United States shared a video captured by their Ring home security camera. The footage, nearly 3 minutes long, shows a barefoot young woman wearing shorts and a tank top, running towards the porch around 4:30 in the morning. Initially, it appears she is fleeing or hiding from something. Upon recognizing the presence of the Ring camera, she lightly attempts to knock on the house door, maintaining a fearful look in her eyes as she scans her surroundings, gasping for breath and showing clear signs of paranoia. The woman crouches down a few times during the recording, her eyes darting rapidly. At one point, she starts to cry, indicating her distress in the situation. After a brief moment, another knocking sound is heard, prompting her to rise and knock on the door while whispering please. At one point, lights from a vehicle can be seen in the background, causing her to hide behind a column on the porch. The lights eventually disappear, prompting her to return to her initial position at the door. In the last minute of the video, she hides behind the column again, seeming to wait for something at the end of the street, out of the camera's view. Finally, more headlights appear, and she flees into the darkness of the night. The person who shared the footage reported contacting the police after the incident, but did not receive any further updates. They explained that they chose to stay inside and not interact with the woman out of fear that it was a ploy. Sometimes individuals use tactics like the woman in the video to lure people out of their homes and commit robberies. The sender also mentioned suspecting that the first pair of headlights belonged to a police vehicle and that the woman was fleeing from the authorities. This raises the question of what crime she could have committed to evade the police. Or perhaps it was another person pursuing her, and she was fleeing for her own safety. Regardless, this situation makes the footage even more disturbing. Take another look. Jump scare. The person who shared this next video recently moved into a Victorian house dating back to the 1800s in London, England, situated across from a cemetery with visible tombstones from the backyard. The setting already carries a sinister atmosphere. Their attention was drawn to a motion alert from their Doorbell video app one day, revealing an unusual sight captured by the camera. Take a look. Upon examining the enlarged image, it's noticeable that the figure could potentially be the shadow of a person. There are no discernible features on the face, and the movement appears almost unnatural. The figure also seems to have a solid color, like milky white or gray, which makes the encounter even more supernatural or even paranormal. Some theories mention legendary krypton, such as gray aliens or skinwalkers. A viewer who watched the clip several times described a slim white boy, looking around 20 years old, wearing a lighter-colored hoodie, possibly beige. He seems to be looking for packages on the porch, notices the camera, and leaves. Upon a second analysis, it appears the figure is wearing a hood over their head and quickly glances at the porch to check for abandoned packages to steal. When the camera becomes clearly visible, they retreat and can be seen running behind the car moments later, just as the sender had described. So, while the shadowy figure may have been nothing more than a house thief, we still do not know what the person's true intentions were. They may have simply been looking for mail, but without the camera, the crimes could have escalated into something much worse. What do you think? The woman with the knife. A few years ago, someone shared a 2-minute video from their Ring security camera, revealing what could be considered the strangest home security footage to date. In the recording, an elderly woman is seen standing in front of the main door of an unidentified individual, holding an 8-inch kitchen knife and apparently waiting for someone to come out. Check out this video. There isn't much to analyze in this video. The woman walks slowly up to the porch, unveils her 8-inch kitchen knife, and holds it out in front of her as she looks up and down from the knife to the door. She handles the knife as if she really doesn't want to use it, and appears to be praying or talking to herself as she rocks from side to side a few times throughout the video. The woman checks her surroundings and seems unsure of why she's even there. She also reaches out towards the camera, as if trying to ring the doorbell, but it's unknown if she actually makes contact or not. The available footage cuts before the woman leaves, and the outcome of the situation is not known. A viewer suggested that the woman, who is certainly older, might be suffering from dementia. It has been observed that for those dealing with dementia or other brain diseases, they can sometimes become disillusioned and act as if they are deranged. This woman really doesn't seem to want to be holding a knife, almost as if she's actively fighting the urge to do something horrible. Whatever was wrong with the woman that night, we just hope she went back home in peace and received the help she needed. It's not every day that you wake up to see the nice lady from across the street staring into your front door with a deadly weapon. We're wrapping up this video here. We hope that these doorbell images have provided some serious scares. And remember, if you don't already have a video doorbell set up, it's worth considering. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and until next time.